Hey guys, welcome to BLONITY. First, my little disclaimer, this is no financial advice, my own opinion and estimates. My estimates could be completely wrong. Don't trust, always verify, understand the numbers, be aware of scammers, and you know the best how to invest your money. Please be aware that I'm invested in Hive blockchain, Argo blockchain, Bitfarms, H8K1, DMG blockchain, and Digi host. Okay guys, let's jump right into it. So Bitcoin is at 36,300. We had some tweets again, some FUD there, but also a lot of good news. So it's stabilizing here at this level. Some people are calling for 20,000. Some people are calling the bottom. We don't know where it's going in the short term. In the long term, in Bitcoin, in the last 12 years, it's only going up. But in between, we have this huge volatility, and it hurts often. But it's part of Bitcoin and part of all these stocks we're investing in. So, the last week was not so good. Some are in green on Friday, Mara and Riot, the Nasdaq stocks. The others are all in red. But Bitcoin was also not doing good, and the other cryptos too. But we will see. Hopefully this line here holds and we are moving up again. Yeah, and I was when I'm talking about these tweets and all these discussions there on Twitter about meme coins and Dogecoin and SafeMoon and whatever and Bitcoin, that Bitcoin mining is bad and all these things, I was thinking about a podcast from Eric Voorhees. He's the CEO of Shapeshift. I was hearing 3 years ago, and he was talking about because sometimes it's very annoying, the whole crypto space, to be honest. And I sometimes think it's just a SHIT show, a clown thing. Because right now it feels like when people are freaking out because someone tweets something. But then I remember this podcast from Eric Voorhees. He said, for example, Bitcoin is, it's two parts. When you see it as two different parts, then it's easier to understand. The first part is the technology, the network, which is only growing. We have the miners, we have the nodes, we have the transactions, we have all these things happening on the Bitcoin blockchain. We have this adoption, PayPal, and so on, which is only growing, and that's the technology part. And on the other side, we have this currency, which goes up in price, or which goes down. A lot of FOMO, FUD, fear, and so on. People are freaking out. People, are shilling it. People are trading it. People are gambling, and that's I would say that's the bad part. I mean, that's also a big reason why we're invested in, because we want to make huge gains. That's for sure. But on the other side, there is the technology which we should focus on, because that's the important part and that's what gives Bitcoin value. The other thing is the price, the currency part, which is very volatile, which fluctuates. And we have all these stories about this. A lot of people are talking only about the price, about trading. That's not why I'm invested in the first place, because I think Bitcoin is a revolution. And it can change the world in many things we're operating. And that's the reason why I'm invested. So in these times when we have these crazy things happening, I'm focused on the technology, and that gives me confidence. And I don't focus too much on the price and on TA and this death cross and this triangle and so on. I'm focused on the long term. And that always worked in the past. Okay, so we have a lot of good news. El Salvador looks to become the world's first country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. El Salvador is not a big country. I think it has 6.5 million people are living there. It's in Middle America, and they want to adopt Bitcoin. El Salvador President Nayib Bukele plans to introduce legislation that will make it the world's first sovereign nation to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. He was talking at the Miami conference there, the biggest Bitcoin conference in the world. And the country is partnering with digital wallet company Strike to build modern financial infrastructure and using Bitcoin technology. I was reading that on also Blockstream want to help with the satellites and so on. Wow. So, I mean, we were waiting for this now since the Bitcoin, since the beginning of Bitcoin, and now we have the first country which starts. For me, this is great news. This is a little bit in the shadow right now because we have this tweet battle going on, which is ridiculous, which is a clown world. But these are the real news here. This is adoption, and I think that other countries will follow. The good thing, in my opinion, is that not the big nations, they are starting first. It's the small, these small countries, they see this opportunity. So this is bottom up, and I think this is very good. Also, like the first people who purchased Bitcoin, these were not the hedge funds or something like this. These were people, programmers, not big companies. And I think that's very strong when we have this bottom up adoption here. Yeah, I'm very happy about this. These are very good news. We have more adoption here. Greg Abbott, I think he's the governor of Texas, and he says blockchain is becoming industry that Texas needs to be involved in. I just signed a law for Texas to create a master plan for expanding the blockchain industry in Texas. I think a big part of this is going to be Bitcoin mining, because we know that Mara, for example, builds now a facility with Core Scientific in Texas. We know Argo blockchain, Riot blockchain purchased a facility there, and so on. And there are others. They're going to Texas. It looks like it's gonna be a Bitcoin blockchain hub there. Yeah, and when you watch this short video here, he seems very convinced about it. And we have these politicians, they are working against blockchain and Bitcoin adoption, and we have the others, they are working for this adoption. I think this is great news. And yeah, for Texas, I think it's a big chance because they have a lot of, they have big space there. I think they will transform into renewable energy there. In addition, maybe with natural gas, they have a lot there. And I think that's a big advantage. Then we have Square will invest $5 million to build solar-powered Bitcoin mining facility. It will be a partnership with blockchain tech firm Blockstream Mining. So again, Blockstream, the company founded from Adam Back. He was one of the cypherpunks. Maybe a good choice for one of the people they started Bitcoin. And we can see Blockstream is everywhere. They're not publicly traded, so people are not aware of this company. But in the background, they're everywhere. Blockstream, very interesting company. Yeah, and Square, the CEO is Jack Dorsey. They're investing in Bitcoin mining. It's powered from renewables, so we know that is going to be more and more important, whether we like it or not. Green energy, renewable energy is the future. I think it makes sense that we build out renewable energy. I think that fossil fuels still that we still need fossil fuels definitely, because renewables most of them are very volatile, like solar or wind. We have hydro, which is less volatile, and we have also biomass. I think maybe Texas also has a lot of biomass, so biogas fired plants. We will see. That's a little bit better for baseload. Yeah, but Square is investing, so it looks like Bitcoin mining is not going away. Then we have Gryphon digital mining. I had a few weeks ago a little chat with the CEO. He's the former CEO of Riot CFO of Riot Blockchain, I think. And they have the plan to build a 100% renewable energy Bitcoin miner, and they want to grow big. We have news here. Gryphon Digital Mining, a privately held company focused on mining Bitcoin using 100% renewable energy, is going public through a reverse merger with Nasdaq listed 3D, a data management company. Under terms of the deal, Sphere said it will issue 111 million shares to Gryphon shareholders, who will control 77% of the combined companies. The value right now is at 184 million. And Gryphon CEO Rob Chung, who previously served as CFO of Bitcoin miner Riot, will be CEO of the combined company, which will take the Gryphon name. The closing of the deal, which needs shareholder and regulatory approval, is slated for Q3, so that could be interesting. We don't have a lot of information right now about their mining operation. I think they're starting right now. They're acquiring miners. They have big plans. I saw this on the presentation. Yeah, and they will go. The closing of the deal is expected for Q3. I mean, it looks like right now that the summer for Bitcoin is not going to be big. I don't think we are shooting back up to 60,000 in the next week or so. I think this will take some time to consolidate. People are talking again about this Wyckoff accumulation phase, which would indicate that we are going sideways here for a while before we go up again, that we go up and down, up and down. That's what I'm planning with right now. Of course, no one knows where the price is going in the short term, but I think in the long term we will only go up. Yeah, that's my opinion. And yeah, Gryphon mining will be in the future will be one of the miners. The good thing is they will be listed on Nasdaq, or they are listed on Nasdaq with this merger with 3D. We know that Nasdaq is very important for to get the liquidity. Yeah, and maybe if Bitcoin, for example, in fall picks up again very big, and we are going, for example, for 200,000, no one knows, but yeah, then that would be a good timing here. So I will look close into this company. I will try to make an interview with Rob Chung here and talk about his plans and about this company. Yeah, the good thing is with the price decrease of Bitcoin, that also the rig price drops, so the mining machines are going down here. We had the peak in May here with $120 per terahash for the most efficient miners. Yeah, we are now at 110 on the spot market. Yeah, so for the miners, they want to purchase Bitcoin mining equipment. It's now a little bit cheaper than 4 weeks ago. And the hash rate is going down too. So that gives also the mining companies yeah, better conditions to mine Bitcoin. We can see the difficulty for 3 years for Bitcoin. It's only going up here. In the last 2 weeks, we had huge volatility here because there was a little bit of China crackdown in Inner Mongolia, I think, because of this coal mine incident there. Then a big rise again, then now a big drop again, because some people are talking about a crackdown in China, but that's not safe. It looks more like we have some issues in Sichuan with not enough water or something like this, but this is right now all speculation here. Yeah, but it's good that we had this drop here for our mining companies because they mine more. For example, Marathon Digital Holdings, they announced Bitcoin production and mining operation for May 2021. They produced 226.6 new Bitcoins. Wow, that's a lot. They now have more than 5,500 Bitcoins with a value approximately of 200 million. They have a lot of cash, 190 million, very well funded. Yeah, so they received approximately 16,800 S19 Pro ASIC miners. Yeah, and they have now 1.9 exahash, I think, which is the lead of all the miners I'm following. And we can see the rise here in Bitcoin production. April was 162, now 226 Bitcoin. And we know that they're every day installing new miners, so we can expect more increase in hash rate. Yeah, up to 10 exahash at Q1 or Q2 2022. So that's gonna be huge. Yeah, then they implemented the Bitcoin Core version, the Taproot here. We know this, there was a little bit of hiccup on Twitter and so on, because first Marathon was filtering with their mining pool with DMG blockchain, the transaction, but now they stopped. They implemented the Taproot upgrade here, or soft fork. And yeah, I think that's a very good decision. They're all mining now the same transactions. So as a result, we were producing nearly 10 Bitcoins per day on average at the end of the month. When I go to what to mine here, with the difficulty now, it looks like they're producing right now more than 11 Bitcoins a day. Yeah, with a revenue of more than 400,000 US dollars. The cost should be very low because they have low electricity rates and the most efficient miner here, the S19 Pro. So that should be a big profit right now every day for Marathon, even with the low Bitcoin price right now. I mean, if we would go to 60, 70,000 today, that would double here. Yeah, so the potential here is big. Very good news here for Marathon. Also, Riot blockchain, they have right now 1.6 exahash, so Mara surpassed Riot blockchain here. But here Riot said end of June they want to have this 2.5 exahash with 80 megawatts of energy. So they're battling now which one is the leader. Yeah, hopefully they can get this operational. That would be huge too. Also, we have this operational update here from Argo blockchain. I really like this transparency. Argo was the first one, and I think that they started this industry standard here. I think the others like HUD8 and so on, they should give us operational updates too, because that's very important for us as investors to see what's going on. Yeah, I think they should follow here Argo blockchain or Mara, for example. So Argo blockchain mined 166 Bitcoin or Bitcoin equivalent, a little bit more than in April. In May they mined these 166. I mean, May had one day more, so it's approximately the same number here. In the year it's 716 BTC. Now they hold 1,108 Bitcoin. The mining margin was at 82%. And the gross profit here, or the mining revenue, was at 7.8 million US dollars. Very profitable because they have very efficient miners here. What is also good news that they have an agreement here because of the grid interconnection in Texas there for the new 200 megawatt facility with wind energy transmission of Texas and American Electric Power for 200 megawatts at their Helios site in Panhandle of Texas for its Texas mining facility. So the Panhandle area, I think, is here in northwest Texas. So somewhere here they will build this mining facility, and it's called Helios. So we can expect something with solar power, because I think in Texas there's a lot of sun there shining, and yeah, Argo is very focused on renewable energy. So we can expect there corporation, or maybe they will build their own power plant. I think this is gonna be more and more important for these Bitcoin miners, that they have some renewable generation, power generation there for them to fight the fight against these carbon footprint thing and so on. So they expect to connect the Electric Reliability Council of Texas grid in Q1 2022. They purchased two 90 megawatt 345 kilowatt transformers from Pennsylvania Transformer Technology. So yeah, these are very big transformers. And yeah, when we go to the voltage here, I mean, it's high voltage or close to extra high voltage. These 345 kilowatts here, I mean, that's a lot. When you want to transmit or transport electricity with high energy, with a lot of megawatts, you can do it with very big cables, where you can transport a high current, or you can increase the voltage there. Then you don't need these big cables, but you need a lot of big machines to get the 345 kilowatts down to medium voltage and to low voltage for your mining rigs here, because they need low voltage. But that's very huge. I mean, 2 huge transformers. Yeah, very excited about this, about Argo blockchain and their expansion. I mean, they're doing real stuff there in Texas. They're not talking about this, they're doing it, and they're buying these huge transformers. So what's not so good here from Argo, the order of these approximately 610 petahash we were expecting this month here for a while arrival, these as 19s. Yeah, they will be there in October, it looks like. So there's a big delay because one of the suppliers, they had issues with the order. So they have now a new order with Core Scientific, and they have a replacement for this order, but it will take more time. Okay, we don't want to see this, but I think we will see this for other companies too. Delays in these chips there because we have this chip shortage, and yeah, some companies, if something goes wrong, then they will have issues to deliver. Okay, yeah, then we have this investment in a DeFi company. The company is called WonderFi. Is a technology company with a mission to bring decentralized finance to the masses through a suite of products and tools which are built on the core principles of simplicity and education. As part of the investment, Peter Wall has been appointed as an unpaid advisor to WonderFi. So they invested $250,000. So that's not a huge investment, but we know that Argo is also invested big in Pluto Digital Assets, which also is doing this DeFi staking stuff. So Argo really is diversifying. They want to be a blockchain company, not a pure Bitcoin miner. We also don't know what they're gonna mine in Texas, but I think they will not mine pure Bitcoin. They will mine 1 or 2 other altcoins, which is very exciting. I think they will definitely go to Ethereum mining because I saw an interview with Vitalik Buterin, which said the complete transition to proof of stake will be delayed. I think he said something, it will take a few years to go there. I'm not sure because it was scheduled for Q1 2022, so I have to dig there a little bit deeper, but it looks like Ethereum mining is not going away that fast. I think the mining companies already know this, like Hut 8, they purchased a lot of new GPUs. I think Hive Blockchain wants to buy GPUs, and I think that maybe Argo is gonna mine Ethereum. This is just speculation right now, but it looks like Ethereum mining will be there for a while. It's also good news for Hut 8 and Hive Blockchain, definitely. Yeah, this is the Electric Reliability Council of Texas here. It's called ERCOT. Yeah, and that's where this is one of 10, I think, grids in Texas there. Okay, let's move on. Let's go to the Bitcoin hash rate. We have the 1-year chart here. So yeah, in the last few weeks, the hash rate dropped. And people are wondering why. There are many reasons, I think. First of all, people are expecting a crackdown in China on mining, but that would be a lot bigger drop if they would shut down all the mines in China. So it looks to me like more than the Bitcoin hash rate drops as Sichuan miners face short-term power cap. So Sichuan, this is the region where the miners go when there's wet seasons and there's a lot of overcapacity on hydropower. And here they say the quick take is Bitcoin's hash rate has fallen by nearly 20% over the past week. There's currently a surge in demand for electricity from the general public in Sichuan. Multiple factors are contributing to the short-term power cap, which applies to various energy-intensive industries, including local Bitcoin miners. So the article says here that they have some energy shortage there. I think there's maybe not enough water right now. Maybe the wet season is delayed there or something like this. And in combination with some crackdowns, maybe in Inner Mongolia in China, or maybe in 1 or 2 other regions, maybe Xinjiang, I think this leads right now to the drop in hash rate, which is very good for the other miners because they will mine more Bitcoin. When we go to the difficulty adjustment, the last one was at minus 16%. The next one is expected in 6 days, and it's gonna be like minus 1% right now. So it's definitely definitely not a big increase, that's for sure, and that's very good for us, I think. Yeah, let's go to the data. Mining profitabilities are not that big right now for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Transaction fees are incredibly low for both here, which is good for the network and when you want to transact, but not good for the miners. Yeah, but Bitcoin is also down, so there's, yeah, right now it's the no man's land. It's consolidation here or accumulation. I really think, yeah, that's the time when I should buy again. So this is my opinion. This is no financial advice, but I have 2 or 3 companies I want to invest right now. I have a little bit cash on the sideline now, and I will get more cash at the end of June. So I'm thinking about buying some stocks again because it's all very low here. Yeah, I will tell you very soon which companies I'm buying right now. Yeah, there are a lot of interesting companies. And if we get a rise in Bitcoin again over the upcoming weeks and months here, maybe we're going sideways a little bit, or maybe we're going even more down a little bit. But I don't see us going to 5,000 again or something like this. Yeah, for me it's a buying opportunity, and I'm looking for new investments here right now into different Bitcoin mining companies, or maybe one staking company right now. Yeah, and people are asking me right now, yeah, what are you gonna do right now, because it's all down and it's all so bad. Yeah, I mean, I'm remembering the bear market. It was the same time, and that was the time when I was buying here in the last years or so. Yeah, and yeah, right now I have the last 2 weeks of my regular job. I've quit my job. I will go full time into Bitcoin and blockchain and different areas. I will increase definitely this YouTube content. I will work again on my Patreon stuff, because right now it's very difficult to me to do this all, because in my job it's right now very stressful, because a lot of work to do to finish everything. But yeah, in the mid of June, that's my last day there. And yeah, then I will go full time doing this stuff. Right now, I'm not concerned, because people think, oh, maybe it's the bear market, it's over. Yeah, first of all, it's not a plan that I made in the last weeks or so. I'm planning this since 3 years or so. I think the time is here now for me to do this. It is a risk, definitely, and if it does not work, I have to look for another job in the next 1 or 2 years. But I'm very convinced about this industry, about the whole Bitcoin space. So yeah, I'm very happy that I made the decision. Yeah, but it's also a lot of work. I mean, right now I cannot do a video every day. I cannot be on Patreon right now a lot. Sorry for that, but it's not because I'm not convinced anymore or so. It's because of everything is coming together right now. But in 2 or 3 weeks, I think in 2 weeks, mid of June, I will be full-time for crypto, blockchain, crypto mining, and I will improve a lot my stuff. But right now I have to slow down a little bit. But there is not so much happening right now in the mining space. I mean, we know the fundamentals, we know the good companies and so on. I think it's more right now waiting. I'm hodling or do something else. What I'm doing is I will buy again here and look for cheap opportunities. Yeah, and wait for Bitcoin to recover. Maybe it will take the summer, I don't know. But I don't see us going back to 10,000 here again and stay there forever. But this is my opinion. No one knows with all this panic in the market. But on the fundamental side, a lot of good stuff is happening, and that's more important for me. Okay, guys, so that's it for today. Thank you very much, and see you in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.